As a kid, I was told I could do anything in the world, to reach for the stars. But once I entered school, my career choices became limited. Society put a ceiling on what I can realistically do. Become a doctor, a lawyer, a policeman. And ironically, my head hit the ceiling at astronaut, because even that career choice is a little out of this world. Anyways, if I even mentioned pursuing something creative, my dreams would be quickly crushed. They'd say things like, be realistic, or that's impossible. And the reality is, they were right. Creative careers were difficult to achieve and unstable to keep 20 to 30 years ago. However, today, having a creative career is more possible than ever before. I've been pursuing a creative career for the past 5 years. And let me tell you, even though it's frustrating at times, it's some of the best times I've ever had. Because to me, creativity is the answer to living a fulfilling life. However, there are some things I've learned throughout my journey that might deter you from pursuing a creative career. So the first reason you shouldn't pursue a creative career is if you're not ready to learn a lot about yourself, like more than you even realize. Because creativity requires you to ask yourself a lot of why questions, like why do I feel a certain way? Why do I hate this? Why do I love this? Why do I do this? Creative jobs require you to answer questions that normal jobs wouldn't ask. They don't care if you feel a certain way, they just want you to file those documents. So if you're not willing to be honest and vulnerable with yourself, then a creative job is probably not for you. But that's completely understandable. It's extremely uncomfortable to ask yourself questions that might bring up past traumas. It's uncomfortable to sit with yourself and your own thoughts. However, while it is uncomfortable, learning about yourself is probably the most important thing you can do for yourself. There are so many people who are lost out there, searching for purpose, meaning, answers in the wrong places. They don't realize that they already have all the answers. You just have to ask the right questions to bring them out. And that's what a creative job does for you. And yes, you can be creative without the career, but why not find meaning and get paid to do it? A creative career can give you a lot. You just have to have enough courage to face yourself day in and day out. Another reason you shouldn't pursue a creative career is if you're not ready to live an unbalanced life. Because the reality is, you're always going to be thinking about or working on your next project. Because creativity requires you to invest your whole heart and focus in order to create something meaningful. Which means your life is always going to lean more towards your creative career. And when I say you're going to live an unbalanced life, I don't mean you're going to be stuck in the studio all day. It means you're going to do whatever it takes to help your creative career. Whether that means skipping late nights to get proper sleep, or deciding not to keep up with the latest news in order to perfect your craft. Everything you do will be for your creative career. And there's going to be so many people out there warning you about burnout and to stop being a workaholic. But they don't realize, to an artist, they don't find fulfillment in the middle. That's mediocrity. They find it in the extremes. So if you're not willing to give your whole heart to your art, then a creative career is probably not for you. Finally, you shouldn't pursue a creative career if your only goal is to make money. Yes, creative careers are becoming more valuable, and the money you can make can be life-changing. However, that money is not going to come as fast as you think.
You gotta be quicker than that.
You might have to struggle for years until you see a steady source of income. That's why money is not a good motivator. As soon as you go a couple months without making any money, you're going to quit. There's only one good motivator that will keep you in the game long enough to see those big checks. And that's love. You have to love the process. You have to love what you do. And you have to love why you do it. Love is the only thing strong enough to keep you going when you feel like you're stuck. So if you want to pursue a creative career, focus on the process, not the money. Because the process will give you more than just money. It'll help you know yourself. It'll help you improve yourself. It'll help you find fulfillment. Money is just a byproduct of loving the process.